Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and salam sejahtera. Now we continue our syllabus with the 7th content standard for chapter 10, okay, human lymphatic system. Okay, students, now you have to understand how tissue fluid form. So tissue fluid is the fluid that constantly bathes the body cells inside intercellular space here. So the origin of tissue fluid actually from the artery. Okay, the branch of artery actually, okay, this part called arterial end. Okay, so the pressure inside the artery is very high. First of all, due to diameter, okay, diameter, and the second one, pumping of the heart. So due to high pressure inside the arterial end, arterial end means that the branch of the artery, okay, the first branch arterial and this branch, okay, this part is arterial end. Okay, so this one, blood capillary, okay, so this part is the venous end, okay, so this is the venule and this is the vein, low pressure here. Okay, so tissue fluid form just because of diameter of the blood capillary is small and the pumping of the heart. Okay, the pumping force, daya daripada jantung yang sedang pump darah. Okay, due to this pressure, okay, tekanan sangat tinggi. So what will happen? Some of the blood plasma from the arterial end will be forced to diffuse into intercellular space. Okay, so once enter intercellular space, now the blood plasma become tissue fluid. Okay, the blood plasma now become tissue fluid. But the composition of tissue fluid is not same as blood inside blood vessel because now the tissue fluid does not contain red blood cell, no platelets, and no plasma protein. Just because of the size of these molecules or these substances are large, too large to diffuse across plasma membrane of blood vessel. Okay? Okay, so tissue fluid inside intercellular space now, it will allow the exchange of materials or substances between the blood vessel and the body cell. Nutrients and oxygen diffuse from the tissue fluid into the body cell, and at the same time, excretory products and carbon dioxide will diffuse from body cell to blood capillary, okay, through tissue fluid. Okay, so please understand this mechanism. Okay, you can see this one is 2D structure. Okay, the tissue fluid that constantly bath the cell. So the origin of tissue fluid from the blood capillary, okay, due to high pressure. So the blood plasma from arterial end will diffuse into the intercellular space, forming tissue fluid. Okay. So, at the venule end or venous end, okay, dua istilah ni boleh guna. This one arterial end. So this part is the venous end. Okay, the pressure is low. And now the blood plasma is hypertonic compared to the tissue fluid surrounding. Okay, the blood plasma now inside the blood vessel here is hypertonic, means that more solute compared to tissue fluid here. So, what will happen? Okay, reabsorption of water, minerals, okay, and waste will occur in the venule capillary. This part. Reabsorption. Akan diserap semula. Origin tadi dia dah keluar daripada blood vessel. Okay, saya dah terang tadi. Okay. This one. Diffuse into the intercellular space. Now, back to venule end. Okay, reabsorption from intercellular space into the venule end. Okay. Okay, you have to know that only 85% of the fluid, okay, that leave the blood at the arterial end of blood capillary diffuse back into venule end. Okay, for example here, 100%, okay, diffuse into the intercellular space, forming tissue fluid, but at the end, only 85% will return back or reabsorb back into blood capillary through venule end. Okay, balance. 15% actually will diffuse into lymphatic vessel or lymphatic capillary. Okay, so apa yang akan jadi selepas itu? What will happen? Lymph will be formed. Okay, so lymph will be formed inside lymphatic vessel or lymphatic capillary. So the branch lymphatic capillary. Okay, so the color of lymph pale yellow. Okay, now look at the comparison between lymph and tissue fluid. So tolong faham comparison melibatkan persamaan dan juga perbezaan. Okay, so similarity for lymph and tissue fluid, both contain plasma without plasma protein, erythrocyte, and platelets. Why? Because they are large. Okay, please remember. Okay, differences for lymph, higher content of fat and fat-soluble substances. Jadi lebih banyak lemak dalam cecair limfa. Okay, the lymph inside lymphatic capillary. But tissue fluid, low content of fat and fat-soluble substances. Okay, in lymph, high content of lymphocyte, the white blood cell here. Okay, and in tissue fluid, low content of lymphocyte. Okay, when we compare lymph and the blood, okay, similarity here, both lymph and blood, okay, contain nutrients, hormones, enzyme, cellular waste, respiratory gases, and leukocytes. But in terms of differences, the lymph does not contain plasma protein, erythrocyte, and platelets, while blood contains plasma protein, erythrocyte, and platelets. Okay, so please understand that the lymphatic capillary wall consists of one layer of cell only, sangat nipis. Okay, so one of its end is blocked, blunt-ended. Okay, blocked or closed. Okay, kalau straw, open-ended. So now, blocked or closed, while other end is connected to lymphatic vessel. Okay, so dia ada connection. So lymphatic capillary found in intercellular space merge to form a larger lymphatic vessel, just like blood vessel. Okay, the branch, and then combine. So dia akan merge, dia akan jadi lebih besar lah. Okay, so venous end or venule end, and then capillary, and then arterial end. Okay, and then artery. So the larger one. So now for lymphatic capillary, okay, so the branch will merge forming larger lymphatic vessel. Okay, so along the lymphatic vessel, there are lymph nodes, specialized lymphatic vessel called lymph nodes. Nodus lympha. Awak boleh check dekat bawah telinga, okay, bawah tengkuk awak dekat leher. Kalau kucing, awak boleh pegang dekat bawah cats awak tu. Okay, kalau rasa ketulan, itu adalah lymph nodes. Okay, normally lymph nodes will become swollen if infection occur. Okay, more lymphocyte will be formed, so more antibodies will be formed. Terutama awak demam, awak boleh check lymph nodes akan membesar lebihlah daripada normal. Okay. Next, lymphatic system does not have its own pump. Okay. For blood circulatory system, we have heart to pump the blood throughout our body. But lymphatic system does not have pump. Okay, what's the function of pump? To circulate, untuk pastikan cecair itu sentiasa mengalir ke seluruh tempat. So now no pump. Okay, how lymph can be circulated? So the flow of lymph actually helped by, okay, heartbeat pulse. Okay, pulse awak boleh check nadi awak banyak tempat kan. Nadi tu dia membantu sebenarnya pengaliran cecair limfa. Okay, the lymph. Okay, contraction of skeletal muscle. Okay, that's why perlu move, kena sentiasa bergerak. Kalau duduk terlalu lama, boleh menyebabkan edema. Okay, retention of the fluid. So that's why when you move, okay, your skeletal muscle will contract and relax to help, okay, push the lymph. Okay, peristalsis. So peristaltic also involve the contraction and relaxation of muscle. Okay, so peristalsis along the digestive tract and changes in pressure, tekanan yang berubah-ubah. Okay, during inhalation and exhalation of breath. So awak tarik nafas, hembus nafas itu pun membantu untuk mengalirkan cecair limfa. Okay, so you can see from this diagram the structures in the lymphatic system. Okay, the lymph nodes, banyak sangat lymph nodes. Okay, nampak yang bulat-bulat banyak ni. Okay, the spleen, okay, thymus gland, okay, bone marrow, tonsil, and appendix. Okay, and lymphatic system consists of one-way valve. Okay, macam dalam blood circulatory system ada juga valve kan, awak dah belajar, to ensure the lymph flows continuously to the heart and also prevent lymph from flowing back. So, prevent backflow of the lymph. Okay, students, now look at the relationship between blood circulatory system and lymphatic system. Apa perkaitan sistem peredaran darah dan juga sistem limfa? Okay, so you can see this is the structure of right lymphatic duct and thoracic duct. Lastly, the lymph will return back to your blood circulatory system. Okay, so all lymphatic vessels eventually join with one of the two main lymphatic vessels. Okay, inilah bahagian kanan dan juga kiri. Okay, so the right lymphatic duct will receive lymph from the right hand, okay, daripada tangan kanan, and then chest, okay, and the right side of the head and neck, okay, bahagian kanan. Memang banyak merangkumi bahagian kanan. So right lymphatic duct will receive the lymph from these organs, okay, and you can see the thoracic duct, or actually the left lymphatic duct, will receive lymph from the left side of the head, the neck, the chest, and all the body parts below the ribs. So coverage bagi thoracic duct lebih besar. That's why namanya pun specialized. Tidak disebut sebagai left lymphatic duct, but thoracic duct. Okay, sebab thoracic refer kepada bahagian ni ke bawah. Okay. So, thoracic duct will deliver its content into the left subclavian vein. Okay, analogi je begini. Just like, okay, okay, this one is the thoracic duct. Okay, thoracic duct will receive the lymph from all organs that I've mentioned before. Okay, then the lymph will enter your blood circulatory system through left subclavian vein. Awak dah belajar artery, capillary and vein. So, lympha origin tadi daripada blood circulatory system juga kan? Daripada tissue fluid. Tissue fluid pun daripada blood vessel, daripada arterial end. So, at the end, the fate for the lymph, okay, apa akan jadi? Tetap perlu patah balik masuk dalam sistem peredaran darah awak. Okay, so pathway-nya daripada thoracic duct into left subclavian vein. So, if right lymphatic duct, then the lymph will be return back. Okay, dia akan patah balik masuk dalam blood circulatory system via right subclavian vein. Okay, so specialized vein dekat dengan shoulder awak ni. Right subclavian vein, left subclavian vein. So, the function to receive lymph from right lymphatic duct and thoracic duct. Okay. So, the lymph collected from the whole body will flow back into the blood circulatory system. Okay. So, tolong faham apa pun dia kena masuk balik dalam sistem peredaran darah. Okay. So, relationship here you can see from this diagram. Saya dah ajar sebelum ni. Okay, pulmonary capillary, this one referring to lungs, this one referring to body cells. Okay. So, pulmonary capillary, di sini pun ada lymphatic capillary. So, for sure gases exchange will occur. Okay, so now some of the blood plasma from the arterial end diffuse into the intercellular space, forming tissue fluid. Okay, and 15% of the tissue fluid will enter lymphatic capillary, forming lymph. Okay, so this one also the same mechanism. Okay, because only 85% will return back into the blood vessel through venule end. So the rest 15% will enter lymphatic capillary, forming lymph. Okay. Okay, next look at the necessity of the lymphatic system. Apa kepentingan lymphatic system terhadap tubuh badan manusia? Okay. Lymphatic system will complement the blood circulatory system. Dia menjadi satu sistem yang akan melengkapkan sistem peredaran darah manusia. Okay. Why? Okay, I've mentioned in previous slide, lymphatic system will return the excess tissue fluid in the intercellular space into the blood flow. Okay, the composition, the pressure, even the volume of the blood will maintain at a normal range. Okay, and in body defense mechanism, lymph nodes, the specialized lymphatic vessel, will produce and store lymphocyte, one of the white blood cell. Okay, so lymphocyte involved in production of antibodies. Okay. Next, transportation of fat-soluble substances. So, lymphatic system terlibat juga dalam mengangkut lemak. Okay, bahan larut lemak dan juga lemak lah. Okay, so fats and fat-soluble substances will diffuse into the lacteal in the villus of small intestine. So, the specialized lymphatic vessel, okay, in the villus here. This one is lacteal. Okay, the branch of the lymphatic vessel in your intestine. Okay, the small intestine. Actually, lacteals are specialized lymphatic capillary. So, lipid droplets. okay, transported to the thoracic duct and blood circulatory system through left subclavian vein. Just because of bahagian bawah badan awak kan. So that's why thoracic duct. Okay, that's all. Thank you.